Good evening, and welcome to Story Time with Captain Party. This evening, we'll be reading Chapter 12 in Chapt by Chuck Palahniuk. So let's begin. In the phone book, there's more and more red ink. More and more restaurants are crossed out in felt-tip red pen. These are all places where I almost died. Italian, Mexican, Chinese places. For real, every night. I have fewer options for where to eat if I want to make any money, if I want to trick anybody into loving me. The question is always, so, what do you feel like choking on tonight? There's French food, Mayan food, East Indian. For where I live, in my mom's old house, picture a really dirty antique store. The kind where you walk sideways, the way you'd walk in an Egyptian hieroglyph. It's that kind of crowded. All the furniture is carved out of wood and long dining room tables and chairs and chests and cabinets with faces carved on everything. The furniture's all oozed over with some thick syrup kind of varnish that turned black and cracked about 1 million years before Christ. Covering the bulgy sofas is that bulletproof kind of tapestry that you'd never want to sit on naked. Every night after work, first there's birthday cards to go through, checks to total. This is spread out across the black acre of dining room table, my base of operations. Here's the next day's deposit slip to fill out. Tonight is one lousy card. One crapmo card comes in the mail with a check for $50. That's still a thank you note I have to write, and there's still a groveling of next generation of underdog letters I have to send out. It's not that I'm an ingrate. But if all you can cut me is $50 next time, just let me die. Okay? Or better yet, stand aside and let some rich person be the hero. For sure, I can't write that in any thank you notes, but still. For my mom's house, picture all of this castle furniture crammed into a 2-bedroom newlywed house. These sofas and paintings and clocks are all supposed to be her dowry from the old country, from Italy. My mom came here for college and never went back after she had me. She's not Italian in any way that you'd notice. No garlic smell or big armpit hair. She came here to attend medical school. Friggin' medical school in Iowa. The truth is, immigrants tend to be more American than the people born here. The truth is, I'm more or less her green card. Looking through the phone book, what I need to do is take my act to a classier audience. You have to go where the money is and bring it home. Don't be choking to death on chicken nuggets in some deep fried joint. Rich people eating French food want to be a hero just as much as anybody else. And my point is, you need to discriminate. And my advice to you is identify your target market. In the phone book, there's still fish houses to try, Mongolian grills. The name on today's check is some woman who saved my life in a smorgasbord last April. One of those all-you-can-eat buffets. What was I thinking? Choking in a cheap restaurant is for sure false economy. It's all worked out. It's all in the details, in the big book I keep. Here's everything from who saved me, where, and when, to how much they've spent so far. Today's donor is Brenda. Brenda Monroe, signed at the bottom of the birthday card. With love. I hope this helps a little bit. She's written across the bottom of the check, Brenda Monroe. Brenda Monroe. I try to remember, but I don't get a face. Nothing. Nobody can expect you to remember every near-death experience, for sure. I should keep better notes, hair and eye color at least, but for real, look at me here. As it is, I'm already drowning in paperwork. Last month's thank you letter was all about my struggle to pay for I forget what. It was rent I told people I needed, or dental work. It was to pay for milk or counseling. By the time I send out a couple hundred of the same letter, I don't ever want to read it again. It's a homegrown version of those overseas children's charities. These are the ones where, for the price of a cup of coffee, you could save a child's life. Be a sponsor. The hook is, you can't just save somebody's life one time. People are having to save me again and again. The same as real life. There's no happily ever after. The same as in medical school. You can only save somebody so many times before you can't. It's the Peter principle of medicine. These people sending money, they're paying for heroism in installments. There's Moroccan food to choke on. There's Sicilian every night. After I was born, my mom just stayed put in the States, not in this house. She didn't live here until her last release. After the school bus theft charge, auto theft and kidnapping. This isn't any house I remember from childhood, or this furniture. This is everything her parents sent from Italy, I guess. She could have won on a game show, for all I really know. Just once I asked her about her family, my grandparents back in Italy, and she said this. I remember she said, "They don't know about you, so don't make any trouble." And if they don't know about her bastard child, it's safe that they don't know about her obscenity conviction, or her attempted murder conviction, her reckless endangerment, her animal harassment. It's safe to bet that they're insane, too. Just look at their furniture. They're probably insane and dead. I flip back and forth through the phone book. The truth is it costs $3,000 a month to keep my mom at St. Anthony's Care Center. At St. Anthony's, $50 gets you one diaper change. God only knows how many deaths I'll have to almost die to pay for that stomach tube. The truth is, so far, the Book of Heroes has just over 300 names recorded in it, and I still don't pull in $3,000 every month. Plus there's the waiter every night with a bill. Plus there's the tip. The damn overhead is killing me. The same as any good pyramid scheme, you always have to be enrolling people at the bottom. The same as Social Security. It's a mass of good people all paying for somebody else. Nickel and diming these good Samaritans is just my own personal social safety net. Ponzi scheme isn't the right phrase, but it's the first thing that comes to mind. And the miserable truth is that every night I still have to pick through the telephone directory and find a good place to die. What I'm running is the Victor Mancini Telethon. It's no worse than the government. Only in the Victor Mancini welfare state, the people who foot the bill don't complain. They're proud. They actually brag to their friends. It's a gifting scam with just me at the top and new members lined up to buy in by hugging me from behind. Bleeding these good, generous people is still, it's not like spending money on drugs and gambling. It's not like I get to finish a meal anymore. Halfway through every main course I have to go to work, do my gagging and thrashing. Even then some people never come across with any money. Some never seem to give it another thought. And after long enough, even the most generous people will stop sending a check. The crying part, where I'm hugging somebody's arms and gasping and crying, that part just gets easier and easier. More and more, the hardest part of crying is when I can't stop. Not crossed out in the phone book, there's still fondue. There's Thai, Greek, Ethiopian, Cuban. There's still 1,000 places I haven't gone to die. To increase cash flow, you have to create 2 or 3 heroes every night. Some nights you have to hit 3 or 4 places before you got a full meal. I'm a performance artist doing dinner theater, doing 3 shows a night. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have a volunteer from the audience? Thank you, but no thank you. I'd like to tell my dead relatives I can build my own family. Fish, meat, vegan. Tonight, like most nights, the easiest way is to just close your eyes. Hold your finger over the open phone book. Step right up and become a hero, ladies and gentlemen. Step right up and save a life. Just let your hand drop and let fate decide for you. Well, that was our lovely chapter for this evening. And we'll see you next time on Captain Party's Story Time.